Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar, your home for broken things. Lego, TVs, tables, everything. So, in this video we're going to be talking about the Boneyard, my Lego Boneyard. And I do need to finish taking apart the fire station while I can still get the replacement parts. We'll talk about the brittle reds in there. And yeah, I got this broken TV that we're working on. I found some stuff in my collection that I'm going to be able to sell. Not Lego, it's comic books. So it's like if you keep comic books for 25 years, they eventually become worth something, apparently. So I'm excited to get into that. It's always nice when you find something you forgot you had, right? And so today we're wearing a VSAUCE shirt. It's a vintage, like Miami Vice style VSAUCE shirt. I do subscribe to the Curiosity box, so that's where I get these VSAUCE shirts. Although this one's a little tight. Maybe I've gained some weight. Again, the Coors Banquet. I keep saying that, but yeah, don't watch Cobra Kai. So anyway, yeah, I like the science boxes that I get from the Curiosity box. But this is a pretty cool t-shirt. It's just a little tight on me for some reason. But I look slimmer in black, right? I'm holding my stomach in. This is sad. All right, so let's get to what we're talking about. Oh yeah, the Boneyard. I had several people asking about it. It was T, Edwin, and Michael. So the questions range from where is it, or why do you have it? What are you going to do with it? And so that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So let's get to it. This is an old LCD TV, by the way, that we've taken apart. It's an Olivia. That's the screen, so it's not really flat, but it's flat enough. But this was actually an anniversary present my wife got for me years ago. TV was still good. It just stopped coming on, and then we found out that the little fuse was broken. So we took all the screws. You had to take like 50 screws, it feels like, to get it off of the thing. But if I turn this little voltmeter on, I can show you basically if you got 0 ohms. Well, we'll put it on ohms here. There we go. It'll give you a little audible thing. But when I do it on, when I put it across the fuse, it's wide open. Well, it's hard to do with one hand. There, see, wide open. So it should be like that. But so that fuse was right there. It's a T 6.3 amp 250 volt fuse. Pretty common. I just went ahead and ordered some of them on Amazon, and I was glad it was the fuse, and I'm hoping it's not something else in here that's causing the fuse to blow. That's always a possibility. One of the things that you look for in power supplies is the capacitors, are any of them bubbled up? And they all look pretty good to me, because if it was a capacitor, especially the big one, you would have to actually take that off of the printed circuit board and put it back on. So this is one of the ways I try to save money. I think what a lot of people would have done with this TV is just thrown it away. But I'm going to say that it's just that fuse, and it's something that simple. We'll know in an upcoming video. It'll take about 3 or 4 days for the fuses to get here. So currently, this is what the Boneyard looks like. A lot of vintage base plates in here. These things are very common to break. Notice the blues, some railroad tracks that are broken, even some jumbo bricks, armless Winnie the Pooh, cracked and glued parts, trees that are broken, maxi figure. Oh, why is this guy in there? Even tires. This guy chewed. Oh, a tipper. Yeah, I put a broken tipper in here. The magnet pieces. This is the stupidest idea Lego ever came. This is me before I knew about the fusion technique that Lego did with the magnets, trying to separate them. It's impossible. Broken maxi figure. So I think the vast majority of the space that this occupies is these vintage base plates from the 60s, not the 50s, 60s. There's an old sign that's broken. So I keep them all in here. That's part of it. What is this? Is these? Oh, those are glued pieces. These pieces that were glued. So any broken part, I just slide it in here. And yeah, you can see underneath. See any more goodies in there? All the smaller pieces always float to the bottom. Oh, pirate's flag in there. Why do I keep them? Well, there's two reasons. I don't want to throw them away. Well, actually, three reasons. One, I don't want to throw them away, but there are some things in recent days that I've discovered that I need to throw away, like the old rotten tires. So I don't keep the rotten tires. Sometimes little teeny tiny bits I go ahead and throw away, but there's some of the brittle blue plates. I keep them. I have seen people use broken pieces in mocks, like maybe a salvage yard or junk yard, something like that. And I thought the other possibility would be, what if you challenged yourself to see if you could build something using only broken pieces? So that, that could be a challenge I could do in a video or something in the future. It's like, what can I build that doesn't look terrible? Well, like even with regular pieces, I build stuff that looks terrible, but yeah, just build a mock using only broken pieces. So you'd probably go through and figure out which ones would be the best. Oh, crooked door. The old dry rotted. Oh, piece fell. There's a leaf. Just building stuff from only broken pieces. So a while back, I started taking the fire station apart to see about the brittles, and then I just stopped. These, especially the 1x1 tiles, were breaking. Some of the other tiles and bricks in dark red were breaking, and I just kind of stopped. So what I'm going to do is look at the inventory of this, and then I'm going to contact Lego, see if I can get replacements for some of these, because I want to take it completely apart and rebuild it, have that joy of rebuilding it. But I just got scared when the pieces were breaking just from me taking it apart. Look, see? I just broke one, just like that. That's how you just know they're going to break. Every single time you take a 1x1, you know it's going to break. And it just a simple thing of just pulling it off broke it. Do better, Lego. And so that's why I feel I need to just go even. Yeah, I could leave it assembled, and they might stay. But if down the road, for some reason you want to take it apart, it's just going to shatter, and it may be too late to get. What if Lego discontinues the color dark red, or they stop making 1x1s in dark red, or the other parts in here that break? Do these pieces break here? I don't want to do it right now. Oh, look, I got some wood out. So we're getting ready to build a second level. And I think what I'm going to do is, lumber is like expensive right now. So I'm just going to have to do something using these 2x4s. What I thought about doing is making this come up, and then I'm going to cut it so high and then mount something on the wall and have a board going across to the wall where I can put another layer. I thought about taking this table, removing the legs, building the support with a leg there and a leg there, going across to the wall, and just slide the table up here like that, going across, and so we'd have an extra level right above us. And then do the same or similar with this, another level going across up here. So I had a bunch of comic books stacked in that corner, and I moved them all over here. I need to sell this junk, but I also realized that once I get all this stuff moved, I can actually make the table come out further to here, and then have another section coming out past here, and then you can walk in the middle of it. And so then this will be a second level up here, and then a second level above this right here would be going on. And then I'd probably make this just the lower level, nothing above it. What do you think? So my comic books are totally unorganized. This is W7. I used to, back in the late 90s, my whole collection was alphabetized by the title. And then between going through and taking things out and listing things for sale, and then they don't sell, and then we put them back in a case or a storage box like this. I ended up not always putting them back in the right order. But I found these. So Spider-Woman is a movie or a show or something I hear that's coming out. I don't know much about it. Spider-Woman comic book started in the late 70s. And so I had all of the issues at one point. I still don't know if I have all of them. I'm going to look through here. But this is the first appearance of Spider-Woman. It's Marvel Spotlight on the Spider-Woman. Actually, is this the first appearance or is this just the origin? So this one's got a little bit of wear to it. Little ink rubbish. I don't know what you call it when the... so a lot of these I had, they were stored not in the bag, and sometimes the ink on the back of one would rub on to another one. Here is Spider-Woman number 1. What is this? Yeah. So that's number 1, but I think this is the first appearance. There's Nick Fury. So I got several of the number 1s, and oh, here's one where she's with the X-Men. So yeah, going through my comic books, these things right here, man. I remember when I was selling comic books back in like the 2000s. Couldn't sell these. Nobody really wanted Spider-Woman, and now it's popular. So I held on to them. You hold on stuff long enough, and then it becomes popular. 43 years after the series came out or whatever. So that's nice. Give me something to turn these into Lego by selling them. That's a Connects roller coaster, the Son of Serpent. I want to rebuild that thing, but it takes up so much space. I don't have room for it in the basement. I know it's not Lego, but it's a really cool roller coaster. And it's one of those things. I actually sold, I want to say, the Grand Carousel. I think I sold the Grand Carousel to cover the cost of this. Now this thing was $600 plus tax, so it was like $650 or something from Costco back in 2011. I think is when I bought this. Maybe it's 2012. Can't remember. So I sold the Grand Carousel. Oh, but look, I have it again. So we were good there. So it's like I can't do all the things that I imagine or would like to do because of the space constraints. I have a Connects. I'm over there looking at the Son of Serpent. I have a collection. I don't even know how many Connects roller coasters I have. I haven't even built all of them, but it's more than 50. I'm pretty sure. Roller coasters. So that alone would take up all the space in the basement if I built all the Connects roller coasters. And then then there's the Thomas the Tank Engine stuff. I could do the whole display with that. I've talked about that in the past here on this channel even. Then there's the Hot Wheel collection. That's really TheyMightBeBricks stuff. There's the slot cars. There's the HO scale trains, the N scale trains. Those wouldn't take up as much space, the N scale. There's the O scale. I've filled up the whole house doing HO scale stuff, and I've filled up the whole house basically doing O scale as well. So I got all these different things that I collect, and then I enjoy getting out from time to time. The slot cars. But it's just the space constraints. So I really got to decide, like with things like the Connects, am I going to keep those forever? Am I going to hope that one day I can open up a toy museum? I mean, that's all. I hear other people talking about doing things like that, and I actually could. Like my sister is into antique stuff, and her dream is to have her own antique mall and then have vendors come there. And she's always talking to me like, "Hey, would you set up a display with trains or Lego or whatever?" And I would love to do that at some point, maybe after I'm retired, where I can just enjoy it and just do it for, give me something to piddle with, after I retire from my job. But so that's why I keep all the stuff, is like, maybe one day I will use it for that. If not, I'll just keep it and then later sell it on eBay. It's like, you can't find, I challenge you to find the Connects Son of Serpent for sale now. I used to could find a few of them on eBay, but it was so cost prohibitive to buy when it came out. The retail price was $1,000. Some retailers sold it for less. I think Kmart had it, Costco had it, or a few other places that I think Amazon even had it at one point. So you could get it at a discount from what Connect's had. I mean, it was $1,000 on the Connect's website when they were still a thing. But yeah, so it's like I don't even know what the thing's worth now. Probably almost $1,000. But anyway, I'm gonna. I find stuff like that as I go through organizing the collection. I'm going to get this TV fixed. The guts are laying down here. Here's the guts holder. What do you call this part? I don't know. But give me a TV that I can connect. So like if I have the laptop down here, plug the computer into it. You can stream people's videos up on the screen while I'm working. Doing either Bricklink stuff or just working down here in the basement. So hate to throw that TV away. Hopefully it will work. So in a few days I'll give you an update. See if we'll turn the TV on and see if it works. Save me from throwing a TV away. That saves the environment, right? There's nothing wrong with this TV. It's still good. Well, I hope. We'll find out. So stay tuned. I'll be back tomorrow in another video with a different t-shirt on. Hopefully I'll get one that's not so tight. See ya.